17 reasons not to buy the DJI Mavic Mini. You'll be surprised by all the things that you didn't know about it. Welcome to another episode of Don't Buy It. If you think we are here to convince you not to buy this product, you're wrong. We want to give you all the reasons not to buy it so you can see through the marketing and selling and actually figure out for yourself whether or not this product will fulfill your needs. If you realize that it does not, you'll be safe from wasting your money and time and of course the disappointment. This is the Mavic Mini on Amazon.com. It's for $399. It's got 482 ratings. And now, here are the 17 reasons not to buy it. Number 1. Collision detection. Rather, obstacle avoidance. The DJI Mavic Mini does not have obstacle avoidance. This is one of the features of all DJI drones that is really appreciated and desired by all drone flyers. DJI drones have sensors that prevent it from crashing into trees or power lines or walls because these sensors see obstacles and prevent the drone going and hitting them or crashing into them. But the Mavic Mini does not have obstacle avoidance. This reviewer here says that all the previous models of DJI included this vital feature, which is essential, especially for amateur flyers. But the Mavic Mini does not have it. Let's look at another review. This review is talking about what is missing with the DJI Mavic Mini, and the first one is collision detection. Number 2, poor connectivity. In this review, the reviewer is talking about one of the major drawbacks of the Mavic Mini being spotty connectivity. The reviewer goes on to say that the Mavic Mini is supposed to deliver a better connection than the Spark, but it actually doesn't. He further talks about, in my neighborhood, the New Jersey suburbs, where wireless interference is a real concern, I started seeing jumps and stutters in the video feed at distances within 500 feet and received RC interference messages in the app starting around 800 feet. Now, it was in an open field, but here's the real test. He went and tested it out in a rural setting. In a rural test spot, results were similar. Here's a YouTube review who's showing exactly what happens on the screen when the Mavic Mini's connection gets lost. First it loses the picture and then you get this message on screen. It says aircraft temporarily disconnected. Adjust remote control. Number 3. The Mavic Mini cannot handle wind very well. This website says the Mavic Mini max wind speed resistance is 17.9 miles per hour or 28.8 kilometers per hour. Here's a YouTuber who's trying to fly the Mavic Mini in slightly windy conditions. As he puts it on, it just flies backwards. It's blown away. He tries to move it forward, but it just refuses to move. In fact, he's not being able to control it at all. As he tries to get it forward, he almost crashes into the wall. Here's another YouTuber trying to control the Mavic Mini, and he gets a message that says strong wind warning. Number 4. The Mavic Mini does not shoot in 4K resolution. It shoots only in 2.7K resolution, and it doesn't shoot in 60 FPS either, only in 30 frames per second. This website goes on to say that the Mavic Mini isn't without some spec shortcomings. Video capture caps out at 2.7K resolution with a frame rate of 30 frames per second, which will leave some videographers who need 4K footage or the option to slow things down at 2.7K looking elsewhere. That means that if you are a drone videographer who's got 4K footage, you cannot buy the Mavic Mini because you'll get 2.7K footage which will not match with your 4K footage. Also, you will not be able to get slow motion shots because the only shooting specs are 30 frames per second. This can become a deal breaker for a lot of people who are into shooting video with drones. Number 5 is that the Mavic Mini is not very happy when it is flown in the cold. This YouTuber is flying the Mavic Mini in the cold, and he's talking about how the Mini is constantly sending messages that it's too cold, that something is not right. So flying in cold weather is not great with the Mavic Mini. It does not perform very well, and it keeps, as this YouTube reviewer is saying, complaining about the cold. Number 6. One of the big advantages of the Mavic Mini is that it is under 250 grams. So it does not need to be registered in the United States with FAA. But that is actually not much of a big deal. The entire drone has been designed in such a way that its weight comes up to only 249 grams. However, the actual process of registering your drone is actually very simple. You just need to go to this website, and registration costs only $5 per aircraft and is valid for 3 years. It's actually a 5-minute process. So not needing to register the drone is not a massive advantage, though it has been one of the main design and structural principles of the drone. Number 7. The Mavic Mini uses a different app than the rest of the DJI drones. The rest of the DJI drones use the DJI Go app, which is in the version number 4, DJI Go 4. They created a completely new app for the Mavic Mini because it has slightly different functionality, and it's called the DJI Fly app. Actually, as this website is clearly writing, it is a much simplified version of the DJI Go 4 app. The website goes on to say that seasoned drone pilots may be a little disappointed by the DJI Fly app, as it will not have a lot of the features that the Go app has. Features like panoramas, manual control during video recording, shooting in RAW, etc. The DJI Fly app looks a lot like the DJI Go app, but it actually has a lot of features missing. It's a simplified version, and we can say it is nearly like a downgraded version. Number 8. The DJI Fly app is not compatible with all smartphones. In fact, right in the beginning, the number of smartphones it was compatible with was a very small list. Here is a review from a person who bought the DJI Mavic Mini and found out that it was not compatible with his phone, and he was advised by the DJI customer care to try and get a new phone or borrow someone else's phone to use the DJI Fly app. According to him, the Android phones that are compatible are the Samsung Galaxy S10. It's a pretty long list. It's not like it's very few of them, but there are a lot of smartphones that are not compatible with the app. This is the DJI.com website, and this is the DJI Fly app page. Here we actually have the mobile devices that are compatible. You can see all these iPhones that are compatible, and here's a list of Android 6 or above Android phones that are compatible. And this is an interesting website that gives you a list of the DJI Fly incompatible Android phones, and the list is not very long, but here they are. Number 9. Though this DJI Mavic Mini has been created for new entrants to drone flying, surprisingly, flying a DJI Mavic Mini is risky for newbies. This website says by putting the Mini into the hands of first-time flyers, it can be a little dangerous because its flight capabilities are more robust than you'd expect from such a small quadcopter. And the drone is so quick and responsive that it's a little too easy to fly too far away from home or into a difficult spot. And it's especially concerning since the default geofence distance allows the drone to fly well beyond visual range. It's undoubtedly a small drone, and it's actually as big as an iPhone, as you can see from this image. 10. The Mavic Mini only has micro USB charging. There is no USB-C charging. Even Wired is saying that one of the big cons, one of the big drawbacks of the Mavic Mini, in fact their first point is that it has only USB-A charging. Number 11. The Mavic Mini does not offer raw images. If you are a drone photographer, then you might want raw images. You might not want the images that has been processed by the computer of the camera in the drone. You might want to do it. You might want to do the processing yourself. With experience, that is what photographers want to do. But the Mavic Mini does not offer raw images. This is a drawback for certain drone photographers. Number 12, no manual settings. This YouTube reviewer is talking about how his number one issue with the Mavic Mini is that it does not have manual controls for the video while it is shooting. That means he cannot change the ISO and the shutter speed while he is doing a video shoot with the drone. As a professional photographer and videographer, being able to have manual controls of the video is quite important. So this is a drawback for those who are professional photographers. Number 13 is that the DJI Mavic Mini does not have the active track feature. This is a feature that is available in a lot of DJI drones, and it allows you to follow a selected object. So this is one feature that is missing from the Mavic Mini. Number 14 is that the flight modes of the DJI Mavic Mini can only be changed through the app. This reviewer writes, it's also worth noting that you have to change flying modes, regular, sport and Cine Smooth in the app now. Other Mavics have a switch on the controller. A switch on the controller means you can have much better control of your drone while you're flying it by changing it from one mode to the other. But it is not possible with the Mavic Mini. Number 15 is that the DJI Mavic Mini does not have gesture control. This is a given in a lot of DJI drones where through hand gestures you can control the drone, but the Mavic Mini does not have gesture control. Number 16 is that the DJI Mavic Mini does not have auto follow. This is a function that is there in all the other, even the older generation, all the other older generation drones from DJI, the Mavic Air, Mavic 2, Zoom, etc. But it's not there in the Mavic Mini. It allows the drone to change the home base position as you move so that it follows you. This is a useful feature to have, and not having it is a negative for the Mavic Mini. Number 17, the last reason not to buy is that the DJI Mavic Mini is not compatible with DJI goggles. If you are into FPV, that is first person view, where you like to wear goggles which are connected to your drone and will make you feel like you're flying with the drone, then this is a drawback, because the DJI goggles are highly advanced and they allow you to get amazing experience of FPV. But as of now, the DJI Mavic Mini is not compatible with the goggles. That does not mean that you cannot have any FPV, but the experience of DJI goggles is altogether different. It is very, very advanced and it is better. So this is a drawback for the DJI Mavic Mini. So there you have it, 17 reasons not to buy the DJI Mavic Mini. And after getting to know these 17 reasons, if you still think that you should buy the DJI Mavic Mini, then that is the right decision. Go ahead and buy it. And I have put a link in the description below. You can click it and it will take you straight to the Amazon.com page of DJI Mavic Mini. So until the next episode of Don't Buy It, I'm signing off. Bye. Don't buy.